live, actually. It's been a while since I posted on Facebook, to be quite honest with you guys. I just wanted to come on here and do a quick update on what's been happening with Facebook, what's been happening with the Facebook landscape for local home service businesses, for contractors in 2024, what's working, what we're seeing across accounts, what we're not seeing work, etc. So first and foremost, it is election year. We are August 2024, and this is a year where trust is at an all-time low, and so that's going to be the overarching thing that's working right now for Facebook ads. The ability for you guys to convey trust in your advertising is going to be crucial. It's something that's worked, since the beginning of time, something that's worked at least since I've been advertising on Facebook for home service companies, and it's even more important now than it was before. So, what I'm noticing right now is that everyone is using ChatGPT to write copy. You don't want to do that. Okay, these 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 ads that are being created with copy from ChatGPT comes across as unauthentic. Everything looks the same. There's going to be a dozen ads from different industries, and they all have the same tonality. They sound very cold. Some of them don't even make a whole lot of sense. Yet everyone's using ChatGPT. So 2024 had second half of 2024 and beyond for home service business. It doesn't matter, you're a painting contractor, garage floor epoxy, concrete guy, flooring guy, power washing, solar, whatever, right? Home service, local businesses. You want to write your ad copy as if you are speaking to somebody. So write how you speak. That's what's working. The goal of the ads, the overarching goal of what we're seeing working right now is going to be authenticity and trust. People want to do business with people, like I just mentioned a few seconds ago. It's election year. Not only is it election year, but trust is at an all-time low pretty much everywhere. And so you want to come across as authentic, and you want to put your face out there, and you want to make sure that people can see that they're doing business with a regular person, local business owner that is not going to rip them off. All right. So if you guys have any questions, you're watching this or whatever, drop your questions, and I'll get through them as I see them come through. Okay. So um, again, authenticity, ad copy, be honest. So if you are a locally owned, operated business, if you're veteran owned, say that. Veteran owned, operated business. My name is Armando. I'm here in the Houston area, and this is what we do for people: show the work. Okay. As far as the imagery goes, the creative side goes, what we're seeing work very well right now are personal angles, images and videos of you, your crews, your staff, images of you doing the work, images of you and your ideal customer, images of you and your family. Those things are working very well because people want to do business with people. All right. So that's just working well. What's not working well right now is, like I said, automations in terms of AI. I'm seeing that ads that are created with AI have a certain distrust factor to them. They don't perform very well, at least not from what we've tested. More authentic stuff. Polished videos don't perform very well, like their big production type videos. Instead, cell phone type videos, selfies, those kind of things, they perform extremely well right now in the home service space. Um, in the home service space, they perform very well. Okay. Interface as far as Facebook goes has changed as well. And if you guys are in the local lead mastery workshop, that's my mini course that I put together for you guys. If you guys are a member of that, all the videos and everything are up to date. But the interface of Facebook has changed. They've added a few things. One of the biggest changes to Facebook right now in the local space is it's in the ad set section where the targeting is. Okay, there is a feature that used to be standalone feature that you could easily uncheck, and it's called expanded audiences. Basically, what that does is if you have an interest in there and you tell Facebook, check that box off, Facebook will then go and find other profiles of people that are very similar to what you described and put your ad in front of those folks. The issue with that is that a lot of times those people that it finds, they're not in your local service area. And so if you're a home service business, you might end up advertising to people in another state, which is, a complete waste. So inside of the ad set level, under the interest section, you have to expand that, and hidden away, there is a by default is audience expanded audiences. So you want to uncheck that for local home service guys. Okay, that's what's there. Uh, what's not changed is the quality of the traffic and where that's coming from. So I've had a lot of folks reach out and say, "Hey, why are my ads flying on the Facebook Marketplace? Why are my ads flying, on this location?" The fact is that your ads don't fly on those locations because they're poor quality traffic sources. So the number one place to actually get quality traffic from Facebook is going to be mobile and feeds. That's it, not the Facebook Marketplace. I don't know who's telling you guys as contractors that the Facebook Marketplace is the place to be. It's not. And I'm not discounting that there might be a unicorn, an outlier that makes it work, but really it's not. If you think about what happens in the Facebook Marketplace, organically, people post stuff and then they ask for pricing and then they ghost you. Okay, so it's not it. Uh, Hey, what's going on, Lane? Good to see you here. Lane says, I do the same thing you do, pretty new to it. Just here to say you're killing. Hey, appreciate it, man. Thank you for hopping on. If you have any questions at all, feel free to ask. Um, so Facebook feeds and mobile is where you want to be advertising. All other forms of traffic are going to be garbage. The only time we ever use expanded audiences or audience network or anything like that, or we leave it broad, is when we're doing retargeting because we want to show up to those people over and over in those places. But when we're running direct response ads, when we're running ads to sales pages, that kind of stuff, it's going to be mobile traffic. The other thing that people are always comparing Facebook Messenger ads with sales copy ad or sales ads, which go to a landing page and lead formats. And I want to tell y'all something about that. The click doesn't change. The click does not change. The click just sort of, it's the click. So if somebody clicks on your ad and they go to a landing page and it's not for them, they're just not going to opt into anything. The click is still the click. The same person still clicked over, went to the landing page, they didn't opt in. The difference with Messenger ads is that you actually get to see the behavior of what happens after the click. So if somebody clicks on Messenger, oftentimes rather than clicking back out, they say, "Oh, I'm sorry, it was an error. I didn't mean to click it. I didn't mean to do all that." But the click is still the same. If that same person would have went to a landing page, they just would have bounced. Same thing with lead ads, okay? And lead ads, speaking on lead ads are working extremely well right now. I know for a while there were people who were complaining about the quality of leads on Facebook. We have never had an issue, by the way, with the quality of Facebook leads coming from lead ads. We never have. And part of the reason for that is because we don't leave the default settings alone. So if you're just pulling name and phone number and email from default, sometimes people may not want to submit that, right? And they do it by accident. But the key to lead form ads is to have custom questions in there so that you can vet and verify people, okay? And what we found out that in 10 times out of 10, we're able to get in touch with a lead. Other important factor with running Facebook ads is that having automated responses on the back end, having some sort of automation after the person becomes a lead to instantly text message them, call them, email them, all that stuff is no longer a luxury. It's no longer something that is suggested. It is required. You will lose your shirt on Facebook if you're running Facebook ads without the backend automation. We no longer do this. All of our accounts have automations tied in on the back end, and we use high level. No reason to hide that from anybody. We use high level on the back end. And in fact, if we're running ads for you, you know that we don't charge for high level. We give it to you. We give you the entire product suite with each account. We even set up the phone numbers, verify the phone numbers, walk those phone numbers to the registration, and even we don't even charge you for text messaging. So that's all included. But if you're independently running Facebook ads, you need to have a way to instantly, not 5 minutes from now, not 10 minutes from now, but instantly text those people back and then be able to call them, leave voicemails, and follow up with them if you want to close those deals. Okay. The difference between the CRMs actually is important as well. I know there's a lot of home service providers out there who are using things like Jobber, Workis, House Call Pro. Those are great when somebody becomes a client. So if they're a customer already, that's what those tools are designed for. Everything before that before they become a customer, the marketing portion of it, they don't handle very well. In fact, I don't really think they handle much of anything. And some of them may have capabilities to send a text, but aside from that, they don't do a good enough job to do anything. And that's the reason why we use high level, to be honest with you, because we're able to pretty much set up a phone number, verify that phone number within 24 hours, um, and start text messaging people as our lead ad comes in. That's also the case. The automation part is also not platform dependent. So I know that we specifically speak about Facebook ads, but this we're seeing across multiple platforms as well. So if you're lead generating from Google, if you're lead generating from Yelp or Nextdoor or wherever, or even if you have yard signs or something like that and you have a tracking number on there, um, that automation on the back end is the sauce that's going to make you close more deals. Okay. So the flow goes something like this: a lead comes in regardless of source, whether that's Facebook Messenger lead ad or sales ad. um, Lead comes in, and instant text message goes out to them, instant text notification goes out to you, instant voicemail drop goes out to the lead, follow-up processes, etc., and your salespeople then pick up the phone and do what they do best. So those are fundamental things that have changed with Facebook and the way we kind of address things. I know that Facebook has continuing to update the interface right now. They're not, some of our accounts are on a new interface. Some of our accounts are on the old interface where they're starting to kind of hide. I wouldn't say, it almost feels like they're hiding these features from inside the ad set level, specifically when it comes to placement of where the ads are going to go. So that brings us to another brings me to another important thing that we're doing, is that placements. Okay, again, we usually the sauce is one ad to one person at one time, one offer, one copy, one creative. That's all what we're testing at one time. So once the data comes back from Facebook, we know exactly what to adjust for that one creative. We're not launching dozens of campaigns all at once, throwing spaghetti on the wall, and then deciding which one's gonna fail and repeating that process. It's too costly, number one, for a lot of folks. And it ends, in our experience, it ends in wasted ad spend. You guys are local home service businesses. You don't need to, you're not selling socks on the internet. You're not selling an e-commerce product where you need to have variations of products, that kind of stuff tested like that. Usually one simple Facebook ad is what works. Okay, so similar to what I described and what I show you guys how to set up inside the local lead mastery workshop. For those of you who already got that, that's where that goes. That's the entire concept behind everything. Again, guys, if you have any questions, drop them in here. I learned a lot from your channel. Quick question: do you use Instagram as placements? Yes, I use Instagram as placements, but not combined. Okay, so when we're running Facebook ads, we're running strictly Facebook feed ads. Okay, so mobile placements, only mobile devices, and only the Facebook feed. That's the highest quality traffic. Everything else is going to be nonsense. And I know that this is Facebook's play. Okay, they want you to keep that broad, and then they'll tell you our AI is going to tweak and adjust and put your ads in front of the best, placements. However, 10 times out of 10, that data comes back and they always put it in front of mobile devices and Facebook feeds. So if I already know this, I don't want to spend that money trying to let Facebook tell me what I already know. When it comes to Instagram, yes, we split them. So we will create another campaign, Instagram specific campaign, and we will run Instagram specific ads, because the creative on Instagram is a little bit different. On the feeds, it's going to be the square post, right? 1080 by 1080. And the video is going to be a 5 to 8 ratio. I could be wrong. And so Reels is completely different. That's only like 15 seconds. Stories, again, is like 15 seconds or something like that. So what I do for Instagram is, if we're running Instagram campaigns, we'll break them out. So we'll have Instagram, and we'll have Instagram just feeds, right? And then we'll have another campaign, Instagram, and then the creative will be Reels, and then that would just be showing to Reels. That way we know, and we're able to test, control, one single variable testing, and that'll tell us creative is working, ad is working, etc. But yes, we do run Instagram as placements, but we do not combine them. Okay, so that's an important thing. Um, as far as what's working, as far as like video or imagery, I get that question a lot as well. It's both. It's both. Um, I can't say that one is working better than the other. I can say that there are times where one works maybe better depending on like the service, right? So if you are, let's say, doing garage flooring epoxy, um, you might, you might get better traction if you got some cool epoxy flooring laying out, right? Like if you've got like blues and colors of sparkles and that kind of stuff, then people are like, wow, that's kind of cool. But aside from that, you just test it, let the data come back and tell you um, what you need to do. Let's see what else as far as updates. Again, if you guys have questions, drop them in there. um I'm trying to think here. Off the top of my head, I'm trying to cover a bunch of things. Oh, attention span of people seems to be ridiculously short nowadays, right? So having that instant communication back to text people is going to be very, very important. Okay, the difference between accounts that fail and accounts that are successful right now, at least from our data that shows from our clients, are going to be those who have automated setups on the back end. They're able to text and follow up with people. They're definitely more successful than those who don't. There's going to be that rare outlier, obviously, of people who get a lead and then call them back an hour, 2, 3 hours later, and can get a hold of them. But that's not happening anymore. With a lot of these platforms. All right, so if chances are that if you're calling somebody back 2 or 3 hours later, your competitors have already called them and kind of dealt with them that way, or that you lost a deal. So industries this is working very well is across the board. We've got clients in the contractor, commercial contractor space, residential contractors, kitchen remodeling, flooring, tile, full kitchen resurfacing and refinishes, indoor interior exterior painting, garage floor epoxy. We have guys that do drywall. We have electricians on board, guys that do junk removal, guys that do driving cleaning, real estate agents. I mean, you name it. Every home service industry, it works the same way. Keep it simple, keep it personal, write copy how you speak, and make sure you have some personal creatives. Try to get away. We're not seeing, when it comes to imagery, we're not seeing like these like sort of like almost like fire sale type images work very well. I'm not seeing those at all. In fact, it's quite the opposite. So when we have a client that has an image that has like sale, 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 50% off, and it's got all this red lettering all around it, that looks like an advertising, in most cases, it doesn't perform very well. Let's see what else. I think those are all the updates that I can think of in the top of my head. Again, if you purchase the Local Lead Mastery Workshop, every video is updated. Everything is we keep it up to date as things change. So you should see that in the members area, as you log in. I'll try to get some more videos out. I've got it in the queue and update it. Facebook ads setup video for 2024, 2025 and beyond with the new Facebook interfaces. I've got a bunch of automated high-level stuff that we've been working on that I'm going to put out on Facebook as well. So if anybody has questions on that. And I think that's it. If you have any other questions at all, just leave them in the comments of this video, and I'll try to get to them as best as I can. Thank you guys for hanging out, and we'll see y'all on the next one.